Hello and welcome to mycadsite.com, and this video is just going to show you some of the different file types that you might come across when you're working with AutoCAD. And of course you have the standard DWG file type, that's your drawing file, but we're going to look at some other ones as well and some other options you have. So the first thing I'm going to just do is do a save as. That's a Control-Shift-S. And they'll bring up the save drawing as, and what you'll see here is a full list of earlier versions of AutoCAD that you can save out to. So for instance, if I save this file out as an AutoCAD 2007 file, then anything from AutoCAD 2007 to 2009 will be able to open it up easily, and the higher ones as well. If I was to save it as an AutoCAD 2013 file, someone using AutoCAD 2007 would not be able to open the file. So it's something to keep in mind when you're working with other people on projects. Clients, co-workers may have different versions of AutoCAD than what you're using. And another file we'll look at is the BAK file, the backup file. And when you save a file in AutoCAD, it can save a duplicate version. You can see I've got cabin floor plan 2.dwg and .bak. And all this is a backup file in case anything happens to this one. And nowadays you can actually decide whether you want a backup file or not, and that is just turned on and off. If you type in options, go to open and save, and create backup file copy with each save. Now I always like to make sure that I'm going to have every tool available if something goes wrong with a file, especially if it's an important one for a client or something I've been working on for a long time. So I would go in and turn this on just to give you one extra level of protection. So that's backup files. There's not a lot to them. If something goes wrong with your main file, you just rename the .bak file to .dwg. Another one I've shown you, DWT files. That's your drawing template file. You can learn more about those in tutorial 4-1. And the next thing we'll look at is the DWF format. This is a drawing web format, and this is great for when you're working with people that don't have AutoCAD. So just DWF out, and what this will do is bring up the plot dialog, and instead of picking your printer, what you can pick is just your DWF, and I'm just going to go with extents, fit to paper, and it's just like plotting. I'm just going to cancel out of this, and you'll see that what it will do is save a DWF file of your model or layout or whatever it is you're currently opening. And when you open it up, what you'll see is just a simple viewer in the AutoCAD design review program, and there's just some basic drawing tools you can add in, so you can actually do some pretty basic stuff in it and work with the drawing, mark it up a little, measure it, and send it back to the person. Maybe there's some revisions that need to be done. So that's pretty much how DWFs work. Next thing I'm going to show you is autosave, and for that we'll go back into the options dialog, OP. And there's a lot you can change in here, so it's really good to explore all these different tabs. But I'm just going to go to Files and your automatic save file location, and just double click on that, and so I could change that to the root of my C drive or someplace where I want it to be easier to find than this longer path here. So These are just autosave files that once again, it's another way of getting corrupt files fixed. If your computer crashes, AutoCAD crashes, Windows crashes, whatever happens, it's always good to have that extra level of safety built in. So always know where your automatic saves are going to. So I'm just going to cancel out of that. And another one is I'm just going to go into import, and you can open up, I'm just going to drag this up here, a wide variety of other CAD programs, files, Pro Engineer, Pro E, MicroStation, SolidWorks. And so I'm just going to open up a sample that I found online, and it takes a minute. And basically what you have now is an import dialog, and so you can come in and you can see what layers are involved, what line types are going to be used, etc., etc. And I'm just going to accept all the defaults and just press OK. And it takes a minute for it to come in. Now it says there's an error, and we'll check that out in a second. But anyway, here's my drawing plan. And if I press F2, I can see what some of the errors were in my import of the MicroStation DGN file. So I can always go back and check my line styles and different things as well. So I'm just going to close that out. And another one to look at is image, and this is if you want to bring an image file in. And this is also your external references. I'll deal with that in a separate video. But if I want to attach an image, I can just bring a floor plan in, and now you'll see attach image. It's pretty much just like bringing in a block, and I just need to place it somewhere, and then I can scale it up, and then there's my image file. And you can see, just like any image, you get too big, you lose resolution. But I can bring it in as reference, I can trace over it. There's a lot you can do with images in AutoCAD. So I'll just close this, get back to my usual floor plan. And last thing I'm going to show you is just the AutoCAD drawing recovery. And if you just click up here, go down to drawing utilities. Now I could repair a file, and this would just open up an AutoCAD file, and it will attempt to correct the database. And another thing, you might see this one more often, is the Drawing Recovery Manager. And now you can see various files I've worked on and what options are available to me to work on. So it can be a backup file, and I can just double click on this, and you'll see it's opening up this file down here. That might take a while, but in the meantime, it's really good to learn the different types of files that AutoCAD works with. There's tons of others, which I would call mostly support files, things for your line types and different things. But just be aware of them, learn what they do, and learn how they can help you. Anyway, this has been mycadsite.com. This is tutorial 4-4. Check it out at the website. You get a completely free AutoCAD course, tons of tutorials, tons of videos. Thanks for watching.